Hello everyone, welcome back to the Practically Blind Workshop. Today I am going to be making a very simple lamp because I need a new bedside lamp. I didn't want to spend too much money on it, so what I've done is I've bought a very cheap plastic lampshade off of Amazon and a cheap LED light bulb, rechargeable light bulb off of Amazon, and I've got a piece of scrap 2x4. What I'm going to start by doing is cutting two squares out of this bit of scrap 2x4. I'm just going to cut the length the same as the width so that they're perfectly square. I'm just going to cut a clean end off. And what I can do is I can also use that as my guide to get a perfect square piece of timber. And I can now use that one as a template to make the next one. So that's my two squares cut, and what it will eventually look like is something like that. So next what I've got to do is cut a hole to seat this lamp shade in a little bit on the bottom and the top. So I need to find a hole saw for this diameter and this diameter. Before I do that, I'm just going to give these blocks a quick sanding on the benchtop belt sander, but I won't show that. So I've just given them a quick sand down. Now what I'm going to do is mark the centres by drawing across the diagonals. I'm just going to use a nail as a centre punch. This 4-inch hole saw is the closest I could find to the diameter of the larger side, or the wider side I should say. So that will go into there, which it doesn't quite fit at the moment, but what I'll do is I'll gently heat this up and spread this open a little bit, and then it should fit in nicely. And the closest bit I could find to the size of the narrow end was this Forstner bit, which I think is just about right. Now, using a spade bit the same diameter as the switch part of the light bulb, I'm going to finish that hole so that that part has somewhere to seat. To help this seat better in this hole, I've put a coving bit in the router, and I'm just going to run that around the inside edge. So that fits a bit better now, and once it's hot glued in and cleaned up, it should be fine. Now I've just got to get this to fit in this hole. To be honest, it ain't that far off. I'm just going to warm this up and then force it in. Now I've got the lampshade to fit in the hole. Next I'm going to put a chamfer along the outside edges, just for a little bit of decoration. I just remembered that I need to cut a small channel out for the cable, so I'm just going to quickly do that now. And that's plenty deep enough. So I've just given these another good sand down, and now I'm going to get some finish on, and what I've got is this mahogany stain. So next I'm just going to give it a quick coat of clear lacquer. So now these blocks are dry, it's time to start assembling, and what I'm going to start with is hot gluing this shade into the bottom. Trying to make sure it's in there evenly. So now that the shade is fitted to the base, the rest just goes together with friction fit. So the bulb just slides in, pushes in, and the cap is a little bit fiddly. And there it is, all finished. Like I say, it's just a little bedside lamp for myself, just to give me a little bit of light to see around the bed so I don't trip over. What I'll do is I'll just turn off the light so you can see what it looks like in the dark. And that is it without actually being charged. So that's about half charge because I've been using it on and off all day. There's plenty of light for what I need. And you only have to charge these light bulbs a couple of times a week. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. And don't forget, I'm doing a giveaway to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers. Watch my previous video for the details. And again, thank you to all my subscribers. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. It really helps my channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.